Hey guys, welcome back to another Forza Horizon 4 video. Today we have something super special, and it's a brand new car in this game that we can actually win. It's going to be super rare, so make sure that you guys jump on over the next week to get it. And basically I made a video quite a while ago hoping this car would be in the game in the future, and it finally is. So we've been waiting quite a while for this thing. It's actually one of two different cars that I did want to come to the game, but one for now is okay. Hopefully they bring the other. Now this has to do with the festival playlist, so make sure that you guys jump on over the next week, because you only have 6 days 19 hours from this moment to get this. So next Thursday it's not going to be available anymore, and you'll have to try your luck with the auction house. Now on the auction house, it's going to be very rare. You're hardly ever going to see it, and when you do see it, you'll be spending some big bucks to get it. So let's go ahead. We're going to actually take a look at what you have to do to actually win this car, and then we're going to go over the full customization. So as you can see, it's here in this Horizon summer season. You only need 50% completion to get the Mclaren 600Lt. Now this car is absolutely insane. Definitely want to get this because it's going to be a lot of fun to drive. The other cars aren't too pleasing. It's the NSX-R 2005, the Ferrari 166mm, and the limo. I have all three of those, so I'm not going for those. I just want that 600Lt. So basically what we have to do is we have to complete 50% of these events here, and that will actually get us that car for free. So we'd rather do that rather than spending 20 million on it. Now there are some really cool cars that are available for winning these events as well. So there's an RTR Mustang. So if you guys haven't had a chance to get that, you can win it from this event. And one super special car that I've been waiting for, or trying to get on the auction house, but it's next to impossible, is this one, the Ferrari 599XX Evo. So this is now available again in the game, and you have 6 days to get it, including that 600Lt. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go ahead and do 50% of these events, and then once I have this car, we'll jump into Forza Vista, we'll fully customize it, and take it out for a drive. Okay, so after nearly 3 hours of doing all these events, we finally actually got this car, the Mclaren 600Lt. It is in the garage. I haven't taken a look at it yet, but I want to show you what I actually ended up doing, because this was definitely a lot harder than I thought it was. Basically, it's not 50% of the events that you have to do. You literally have to do each and every single event to get that 50% completion. So I ended up doing all the events. I got the 599XX Evo, which was very cool. I ended up getting a couple other cars and lots of money from it as well. But basically you have to do all those events if you're playing today on Thursday, the very first day it came out. And then you also have to do the 4 challenges in the Forzathon. So you have to do all that, and then all 3 of the daily challenges, and then you hit just 50% of the completion so you can get the car. I think that's exactly what we're at. Actually, we're at 64%. You don't actually get the percentage until you complete an event. So maybe if I did the weekly Forzathon challenge first, like all 4 challenges, it would have gave me more percentage than maybe some of these. So anyway, this what I did. I started with all these, and then it was at like 49%. So I had to get this completed in order to jump up over it to win that car. So just mess around with it. I'm not sure all the percentages or whatever, but anyway, that's what I ended up doing. And now we do have the car. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that car and see what is actually available to be able to customize. So before I do that, I do want to jump into the autumn, the winter, and the spring for this Forzathon's coming up, because there's a couple very cool cars coming to this game as well. So if you go over here, we have this cool Jeep. I don't know if this is already in the game. I don't think it is, but it's the Jeep Wrangler DD. And then if you jump over to winter, as you can see, with the 50% complete, you can actually get a Ford F-150 DD, and this is like a brand new 2018 plus Ford F-150, so very excited for that. There's also a couple other very cool cars, and then I believe for the spring is one final brand new one, which is the Mclaren 720S Spyder. So we already got the coupe. Now the Spyder's coming. They've done this with a couple of the cars in the game, and it's very cool. You can find it just driving around the map already. So that's awesome. Very happy to get this car. Very happy to get that Ferrari as well. But let's go ahead. We'll jump into my cars. We'll go take a look at this car. See how nice of a car this is. It's so good on it. Like, honestly, the upgrade from the 570S up to the 600LT. Basically the same car, but it's just night and day difference with looks and aggressiveness. So, and also speed, I'm sure. Like, the performance of it is night and day difference as well. But here she is. It already looks incredible. Like, I could leave it like this and I'd be totally happy with it. I love the orange caliper combo on it. But let's go ahead. We'll open everything up. The doors open like that. I don't know if the interior is any different compared to like the 720S. I think this is relatively the same. But very cool. Lots of Alcantara in there and carbon fiber. You got your hood that opens up here. No engine in the front. It's in the back. Or it might be like a mid-engined. But we'll go ahead and open up this back. You see the exhaust there in the back as well. That's very cool. It's not traditionally in the bumper or anything. It's actually in the, like, I guess, trunk of the car. But there's the engine right there. It looks very nice. Lots of detail in there. But that's awesome. I'm sure there's not a lot of customizations to it. Probably the same as everything else. But let's go over to conversion. You can change the engine out if you wanted to put a 5.2 liter V10. You can put a V12, 6.1 liter V12. You can also change it from rear wheel drive to all wheel drive. I like the idea behind that, but we won't do that for now. And then your appearance package. So all you can do is put a little bumper on it. So front splitter, you got those side little splitters, don't know what they're called, and the tow hitch. And then you can put a bigger wing, the Forza wing on it. I like the stock wing on it, and this car definitely needs a wing compared to no wing. So we'll definitely leave that on. Other than that, everything else is relatively the same. We'll go ahead, we'll just kind of fully max it out with all the race parts. That's what I've been doing for a lot of the cars, just kind of maxing them all out. And I'm actually going to do like a whole series, this car versus that car, and they're all relatively spec the same with performance parts and everything. So it'll be a good comparison to see which cars compare with what. For the most part, we already know, but it's just going to be more fun to do than anything. So after those 3 hours, man, like, it definitely took a lot out of me. It's draining. Some of them are actually difficult too, those challenges. So a couple of them you have to like just grind over and over and over until you actually meet the requirements of achieving that event. But yeah, I don't normally do those either. I just kind of mess around with the auction house and then drive newer cars in the game as well. So we'll go ahead and make these wheels pop out just a bit. But those are all the customizations that you can do to this car. I'm going to leave it rear wheel drive for now. I'm bumping it up from an S1 890 to an S2 936. We'll go over the performance stats, like the 0 to 60 speed, top speed of it right now. Once we jump out of here, we'll go over to tuning. Then we'll take a look. So this 0 to 60 miles an hour, 2.92, so it's pretty quick. Top speed of 235.6 miles an hour. So it's not the fastest top speed. It is still really quick. I was expecting a little bit faster. We'll go back into the customizations and we'll see what the horsepower, 921 horsepower and 675 foot-pounds of torque. So all in all, very, very cool. Very happy this is in the game as well. Hopefully they bring the 675LT into the game. But who knows, maybe another couple weeks, then they will. And then another one that we're really looking forward to, and hopefully they listen, is the Huracan Performante. Hopefully they bring that to the game. But here we go. We got a couple different options for the manufacturer's colors. I really like the contrast of all the carbon fiber on this thing. And then the standard color of the car. I think I'm going to go with orange. I like orange. Even red looks really good. But orange is like a classic McLaren color. There are two colors, or three colors, sorry, on the car that you can change. So the first one is the main body panel, what I already changed. The second one is the right side of the car, and then the third one I'm assuming is the left side of the car. So that's very interesting. Some of the cars actually let you do that, like change the color, like split it right down the center and change the one side. This one lets you change both the sides, and then of course the main panels on the car. So we're going to leave all that carbon fiber, not going to mess around with it. Make the window tint as dark as possible. I already like the wheels, we'll leave them black. You can make them a little bit more black, but I'll just leave them stock. And then of course I'm not going to change the mirrors, the hood, or the rear spoilers. So now what we're going to do, we're going to jump into this thing, take a quick maybe circle look at it again, but jump into it, go for a little drive, see how it performs. Go over to Forza Vista. I love Forza Vista too because you get such an like in-depth look at the car. You can mess around with it, open it up, do everything that you want to. But man, this looks really good. And I wasn't actually thinking about that, like the orange calipers with the orange car ties in very nicely. But that looks really, really good. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump out of here and take it for a drive now. It sounds pretty nice, and I love the flames that pop out of the exhaust there. This is kind of like the exhaust is similar to where like the 918 exhaust is, kinda in a way, and maybe the Sesto Elemento. I think those are like some of the only cars that have the exhaust more on the back of the car, like the rear top back, instead of like the bumper. Already destroyed it. Alright, let's go. I might bring it over to the highway, just see what sort of top speed we can actually get, if we can get it up to that 236 that it said. Some of the cars don't actually get up there. It depends how much like runway we have. I'm just going to go off the cliff here. I want to get more to like a straight road. So far, there's nothing too special about it, like driving wise. It's pretty good. It's sticking to the road really well. It does kind of feel slow, to be honest. But I've been driving some fast cars today, so that might be why. Yeah, you don't really have to brake into the corners at the speeds that I'm going right now. You do have to a little bit, but other than that, it like hugs the ground, which is really nice. But here we go. We're at a kind of straight road, so we'll go ahead and turn around here after I get control of the car. We'll see what sort of speed we can get this thing up to. And hopefully not die in the process by crashing. Alright. I'm just crashing like crazy. This is ridiculous. Alright, you know what? Here's a cool thing. I actually ended up going and finally getting fast travel anywhere. It was literally yesterday or the day before. I've been playing this game and literally just going to the houses and then driving to where I have to go, and spent so much time doing that. So if you guys don't have the fast travel thing, all you have to do is buy like a $2 million house. I didn't know that. And then you'll be good and be able to fast travel anywhere. Alright, here we go. More straight road. I'm going to pay attention, not crash like I just did, and not take it off the side of a cliff. We'll go into interior mode as well, take a look at this. It looks so good. It actually looks like a spaceship, man. This feels like, in interior, it feels really quick. Right now we're at 225, 227, 228. And then off a cliff we go. Into a tractor, nice. Alright, so I think we got like 228 until we hit that corner. We'll see if we can get it up to a maybe a little bit higher of a speed, but I don't think we will. We're pretty much done with the straightaway. This is a pretty cool car. I'm happy I have it. Whoa, what the heck is that car doing? What are you doing? Probably not going to use it too often. I might use it here and there. It's definitely one of the top McLarens. We have the P1, which is probably my favorite to use, and then the 720S, and then I would say this is the next best for me. So third best McLaren compared to all the others. I'm going to get roasted for all my crashing. I'm more focused on the commentary, talking, and speed and everything like that, rather than paying attention to the road. Probably the wrong thing to pay attention to. I think that was on purpose. So was that. But yeah, very cool car. That's how you guys end up getting this in the game. Make sure you guys do get it, because it's better to have it and then not use it or whatever than want it and have to spend 20 million when it's not available. If you don't get it this week, like there's still 6 days to get it. If you don't get it this week, then I'm sure it'll come out in the future again somehow, just like that 599XX Evo. It was literally like impossible to find on the auction house, but now because it's available again, it'll probably pop up like crazy. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.